He's got a nice little manual. It's cool. Anyway, so it's like, okay, and then we have Porgy and Bess, and Porgy and Bess is tied to the 2019 Black History Month theme, which is Black migrations. And when we talk about Black migrations, arts, culture, history, and heritage is part of that. And Porgy and Bess is a reflection of that, because when it was produced in 1935, shortly after that, we had an outburst of Black people in opera in the United States. The National Negro Opera Company was one of the first opera companies for Black people in the country. One of the first. There were several others. We have many of those that continue today. So when we talk about prelude activities for this, it just seemed to fit, right? We have Arts Teacher of the Year, Walker Elementary, the museum, my incredible friends at Old Dillard Foundation, and then also our partners at the school board. So we all got together, with Jacob, and we said, hey, we want to be able to do a visual art exhibition. We have the rehearsals with the kids at the high school. We need to pull in our elementary magnet school students. We need to embrace them in this, and we could do this with the visual art thing. And he was like, yeah, you want Black Migrations, Porgy and Bess with it? And it was in an hour and a half, we had a 20 to 25 piece visual art exhibition that they're going to put together that's going to be featured in the lobby of the O-Ring Theater the night of the show on January 23rd. Okay, the kids. And the work is amazing. It's not like, I mean, it's like incredible work. It really is. He does amazing work. So it's truly a pleasure that he's coming to the table with that. Then Jacqueline was like, hey, I have volunteers who travel around the district. Okay, so it just seemed like a natural nexus to pull in Old Dillard Foundation. We said we needed some support, very nominal budget to pay for the canvases and the paint and the easels. So, and Jacqueline's coming in with her team so it can travel. And I pitched our executive director and our president, and they said, how much you need? And I said, okay. And they were like, okay. And so it's just these wonderful things that just kind of work out through osmosis. And I am just so grateful to Old Dillard Foundation to step up in this way, because we're taking this monumental production from one end of a major cultural institution with a symphony and really pulled it together so that everybody can embrace all these tenets and all the richness that it's come out to. And we need that now. So thank you.
I'm from 8 Mile Road in Detroit, Michigan.
You got soul.
You got soul. But all I need to hear is somebody say I have the check written and it's music to my ears. I am the CEO of the symphony, so my secret instrument that I play is what? The cash register. Public, I always say to them, when you see me, here's what you have to do, so that you remember who I am. So no, not that. So to help me out, here's how we start. So I run the South Florida Symphony. So what is the most common thing that everybody knows about a symphony? If you were to say la 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 la, would everybody know what that is? Yeah. Okay, everybody help me. La 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 la. Porgy and Bess. Okay, so what is the #1 song that has the most covers in history of music? Tell me. Somebody answer the question. Somebody answer. What is it? Summertime. You go ahead, girl.
wedding.
So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
We have my, wait, where's Khalid? Khalid, I just want you to know, in case I get angry with you, there's a Velvet Jordan Part 2. Her name is Charnel Jackson. She is right there. So Charnel is on our team, and she is like, I've been mentoring Charnel, and she is fabulous, and she is all of that. And now I can come to an event and go and take a shower. Charnel is going to be with us in 2019. Okay, and then the number one African American male web designer is in the house.
All right.
Every year, huge group, 4,000 people. Well, we have the director of bookings here, and that is Stephanie Harris, right there with the jacket. So we're going to be doing some events together. She's booking cruises right now, and I'm going on a cruise with her, and I'm producing a reception for the cruise to something she got going on for me, and she got a whole lot of stuff going on. Everybody jump on her and say what you got going on, because she is everything, she's all of that, and that's Stephanie Harris right there.
So another piece of what we're doing is the spoken word. And speaking of spoken word, we have our favorite spoken word artist in the house, Mr. Darius.
And I bet you this. I bet you got something for us. You want to give us something? Yeah. Give us something. And we used to call him Sexy Chocolate.
That's more than Josh.
So while he's chewing, I'm just going to tell you, we already had an event in the summer, and he's doing the next art walk on November 17th. Darius will be holding court here for the ceremony on November 17th.
Good evening. So as we just mentioned, November 17th, hopefully all you will be here. I have an organization called Art Prevails Project, and we will be holding a brilliant event. So what we're going to do is kind of take Porgy and Bess and kind of give an introduction, but just kind of do it in a different kind of way, kind of give an interpretation through spoken word, some theatrical performance, and a little song, maybe no dance, but some song. All right, so please come out November 17th and show some love. So yes, happy birthday to Miss J. Where'd she go?
Right here. I'm sorry, baby.
All right,
it won't happen again. I'm here.
All right. Like literally, I was at another event, and I just raced so I could be here because I didn't want to I didn't want to miss this at all. So I've known Miss J for a while, like quite some time. I used to work for her way back in the day when she worked with the Boys and Girls Club, and so she's been a major impact in my life and my artistic journey and such. So it's a poem, and I think this poem is appropriate for her, and also the name of my mother's birthday, and yeah, step it up for mama. Chocolate drizzle, all right. So here is a piece for them and for many of you here. Oh, here's the space, but I got the space. Mama, don't you know you are beautiful? That was me, age 7 or 8, having to help my mother gather the pieces of her broken heart and her shattered self-image. This once timid toddler, no father, had to hold the mirror to his idol to remind her that her beauty had no limits. You see, she, like many others, had forgotten and gotten lost in the malaise, the indulgence of their days, and allowed themselves to blend in and bend in ways unnatural, but they are queens. And do queens blend in? Not hardly. Queens don't blend, they stand out like red dress at an all-white party. They write poems of ego tripping and kidnapping and rapping in red, black, and green. They sing songs of a cinnamon running, and good intentions, not being misunderstood. How could they ever be bent, contorted, vision distorted by society, simple-minded strokes on the canvas already adorned with the masterpiece? But they masterpiece keeping and political correctness and have become adept at being neglected, but queens should never be neglected by themselves or others. That goes for all from children to loveless lovers, pompous peacocks parading, masquerading while their hue is fading and dullness colors their words. Words unfit to grace the ears of a queen should never be uttered. Yet they are, often stuttered and muttered and mixed with misdirections and tricks, causing the queen to question the very throne in which she sits. It's sad. Like watching a broken winged bird trying to fly. Like once powerful Rome falling right before your eyes. Rome was not supposed to fall, and that bird does not stop trying to fly simply because someone says it should. Neither should a queen bend to fit someone else's concepts of her. See, the queens don't bend. They stand strong and carry the weight of the world in their hips and the hope of humanity in their bosoms. Queens don't bend. They brush off adversity and smile through justified tears because that's just who they are. And yes, they have scars, but the scars don't define them. They don't bind them, they remind them who they are, what they've been through, and how smooth they came out on the other side. You see, I wrote this poem for you, for those trying to squeeze every ounce of appeal out of those $10 or $300 pair of shoes. I wrote it to erase your grays and blues, to give your world a different hue, splashes of purples and oranges and reds. While others try to dull your shine, I vow to you instead. You are my heroes, our women, wonderful women, bionic and kind of stature, impeccable in nature, miss marvelous. You marvel regardless who marries or dates you. You were stamped royalty in the womb. You have the power of royalty in your womb. You have the power to birth nations. So I say to you, queens, sisters, mother, don't you know you are beautiful? And this is me, a grown man, no longer timid, holding the mirror to his idols to remind you that your beauty is eternal and internal and has no limits.
Okay, so Velvet is going to have to hold for 1 second. Ebony is getting ready to say something.
I'm back. Since he just honored these queens who are sitting here honoring two queens, Miss Velvet and Miss Jacqueline, they're celebrating their birthday. So can we please tell them happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy
Down on your birthday.
year long. We produce 50 concerts and events here in the region, and we can really seriously, if you put yourself in my shoes for 1 minute, imagine you're a nonprofit organization. Imagine you're serving 4 counties. Imagine that's 215 linear miles, and the Governor Scott just cut our budget 97%, and is giving us $6,900 to run the whole symphony in 4 counties for a whole year. For a whole year. So, not that I'm saying, I'm just saying, there's a certain person that has an A and a G in his name, and I think you might want to know what I'm talking about. So, get out the phone. I will tell you that they are taking space here in our building, where there's an office that they're going to be working out of. And I really want to say that we're dependent on every one of you to help us get the word out about the Porgy and Bess concert. We are working with Luando right at the Panhellenic Council. We're working with the various churches. We're working with group sales at the Broward Center. I mean, every kind of thing that you could imagine that we could think of in our power to do, we are doing. We do have the South Florida Symphony websites on the RAD card. You can buy tickets to any show at the Broward Center. We perform at the Arts Center in Miami for the opening night, January 16th. Then we're in Key West on the 19th of January, and then we're here on the 23rd with the gala. And Jacqueline Hayward is our gala chair. Now, how many of you know anything about the Washington, D.C. market? Anybody from Washington, D.C.? Okay. Yes. She was a fixture. She was the 5 o'clock news anchor. The position that she held for 45 years. It was created by Catherine Graham from the Washington Post to have a female anchor, and she's now here, retired in our community, and she's totally getting plugged in, and Dawn Thurston's involved, and blah, blah, blah. Another thing that we have going on is the auditions for Porgy and Bess. Now, that means that we have, if you go on our website, you go to auditions, if you know anybody that is a classically trained singer, that means they can read classical music and they can sing classical music, because this is an opera. So if you know of any opera singers that are of color, we are inviting them to audition for the symphony. So please help us get the word out about Porgy and Bess. Please tonight, please go and like on your Facebook, the South Florida Symphony, like the things about Porgy and Bess, pass the word out. If you're involved with any group that has 10 people or more, that qualifies for group sales from the Broward Center, so you can get tickets and have a great time. But it is a 2,600 seat hall. The advertising is just this week started selling, and we're already like at 600 tickets already sold. And the gala is already half sold out. So we only have 100 people left for the gala. So, and the tickets for the gala start at $250, and then they go up from there. So we would love to have your involvement. We live what we do. We mean what we say. We are totally inclusive here in the community and have always been. But this Porgy and Bess has allowed us to really reach the community in very important ways. And we thank you for being here. Don't forget to vote on your favorite piece of Tatiana's, and hope you'll come back for Darius's event on the 17th. Thank you, Velvet.
You're welcome.